What is up, budgeting besties? My name is Sharia. This is the Sharia Mac channel where I am documenting my six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with my own virtual private practice, along with my husband who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $115,000 per year. We are a family of 7, 2 adult children, 2 seniors in high school, and 1 fifth grader. And I am documenting our journey here with monthly budgets, weekly budgets, and debt updates. I do also share my private practice or entrepreneurial income for the month at the end of every month. Today's video is January week number 2's budget, and we will get right into it. All right, so I do have my budget template up and available for you guys. This budget started January the 4th and it ended on January the 10th. My weeks or my budget weeks do go from Thursday to Wednesday, as my husband is paid on Thursdays and I am paid weekly on Fridays. So we go right down into the income. The income for this week is pretty standard. $800 for my husband, $900 for me. So for this budget, we had a planned income of $1,700. Our actual income, he earned $841.17 and I earned $933.67. And my pay is pretty standard. And that brought our total income to $1,774.84. We transition over to savings. And savings for this pay period or this week was $220, planned at $220, and the actual was $220. And it's the same routine, $50 for me, $50 for my husband. $50 went towards Christmas 2024 this pay period. $10 or $20 actually went to my son, and then $50 went towards my daughter who is in college. So we had planned to save $220 and we actually did save $220. Bills for this week was our Wells Fargo home mortgage. That is the home that we live in at $275.12. It is paid weekly. Farm Bureau was not due during this week, but it probably did come out during this week. Apple storage was $9.99 and that did come out. Cricket wireless was not due. This also, music and arts was not due. I think what happened is I removed some of the items from bills to debt and it messed up the slots. So child support is paid weekly at $100. Apple storage was paid at $9.99, and I believe that was all that came out of this budget. Yeah. So the bills for this week were actually $385.11, and what we paid was $385.11. We transitioned over to expenses, and so for groceries we planned $150. We actually spent $51.46, and again that's still just shopping from home. Gas, we had planned $120 and we actually spent $196.11, and that is because my husband caught a flat on my old Honda, and he was driving his big pickup truck, which was a gas guzzler, so he was putting like $40 and $50 every 2 days in the truck, and so that ran up our gas budget. Beauty, we planned at $25 and it was $21 just to get my eyebrows and my face waxed. And then fast food, we budgeted $50 and we actually spent $76.96. Nothing in toiletries, nothing in household. Typically we do a big Sam's Club haul and we don't necessarily need it throughout the week. And then $80 went towards miscellaneous, and we only spent $65.49. And then tithe should not have been in the budget because I tithe out of my part-time income. Oh, so expenses were planned at $525, but we actually spent $411.02. we transition over to debt, and there are a lot of debts that are just not listed, like my car payment and then my student loans, which I'm gonna go in here and add real quick. Okay, so debt for this pay period was planned at $724.58. And that was with minimum payments on Amazon American Express, which has a zero balance. Mine and my husband's Platinum American Express, which also has a zero balance. So this $120 was applied directly to the Carnival Barclays card. Then we did not plan to have a balance on our Capital One card, but I think that was just interest from when we did have a balance. So we did end up paying $28.69. My Hilton American Express, where there were some charges that I incurred, and at $82.14. So I went ahead and paid that to avoid any interest accruing. The Honda Pilot or Honda Financial at $250.20. That used to show up on under the bills tab, but it is a debt and it's included in my debt spreadsheet. So I have moved it over to the debt tab, and that is paid weekly. Also our mortgage, but I'm gonna leave that over on bills. And then also student loan. My student loan payment totals $357.57, I believe. But I break it down by the actual individual loan, and so that did come out during this week, and this is what it totaled. And so what we ended up putting towards debt was $926.97. So we transition over to the budget versus the actual. All right, so the planned income for this pay period should have been $1,700. And the actual was $1,774.84. We had a rollover of $302.06. The income saved is actually the income saved. If you watched my previous week, I was a little confused on what income saved was. And then as I actually went back and watched and was editing, I was like, duh. So the income saved was $220. The actual was $220. The income spent was planned at $910.11, and we actually spent $796.13. And I believe that is the combination of bills and expenses. And then the debt that was planned was $724.58, and the actual was $926.97, which left us with an overage or a rollover of $133.80, and that was rolled into next week's budget. So we go down to the expense chart, and as you can see, when it comes down to expenses, 47.7% went towards gas, 5.1% went towards beauty maintenance, 18.7% went towards fast food, 15.9% went towards miscellaneous, and 12.5% of our expenses was groceries. And that is week number 2's budget for the month of January. I am excited that we were able to put, again, anything more than the actual amount. My goal is to always at least be able to put the planned amount towards debt, and it is a stretch goal to exceed that. So very excited to see that we were able to exceed the debt. I do have a January 2024 or January monthly goal to be able to eliminate $2,500 worth of debt. And so I'm anxious to see at the end of January if we were able to meet that goal or not. I feel very confident that we will be able. The other goal was to not accumulate more debt, and we have not been successful in that, but we will talk about that at the end of January in the debt update. So that is it for week 2's budgets. I am I'm still motivated, you guys, and just want to continue. I think by documenting my journey with you guys on YouTube with the goal to become monetized, to be able to attribute that to the debt, has been helpful. I have also added a buy me a coffee link if you ever want to contribute to my debt-free journey or my student loans. That is also linked down below. All donations are appreciated, and they will be shouted out in the following videos. And that is it. If you have any questions, any advice, any suggestions on how I am budgeting, what I am budgeting, and why I am budgeting or paying, doing things a certain way, be sure to list that down in the comment section below. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one, probably in the same shirt, but bye for now.